JKB back with another episode. Today is a bit of a story. I've been, kind of sitting back and waiting on this one because it's a little emotional for me, and I thought I can do it now. This right here is the Master Edition of Breath of the Wild. This thing is going for a lot of money online. Not to gloat, but I own it. Thanks. The reason I own this thing is because somebody at ANC Games, known as Gar, one of the owners, here in Toronto, it's a huge video game store that sponsored my show forever, made this happen. I went to the store and saw it there, and at the end of this video, you'll know why I wanted this so much. He made this happen, and I'm not going to get into the detail of how that happened. Let's just say business is business, and then business and friendship come into play, and this guy has been my friend for quite some time, but this is above that. This is not a business deal. He didn't give me this so I can come here and say, look what ANC gave me. And he, as a friend, came through. So thank you to Gar for making this happen. This is it is very important to me. And I'll tell you why in a second. So you pop it open and then you have another thing in here, and it's a box and it's fancy. It's not an unboxing video. You can go watch a million of those. This right here, though, is the Master Sword in the stone. The reason I needed to own this thing has nothing to do with collecting. It has nothing to do with money. It has nothing to do with reselling it. The reason I own this is because my Opa... I thought this would be easy. Nope. So, back in 1986, I was very young, 5 or 6 years old. Yeah, I was actually 5 to do the math, but my Oma and Opa, who are the people that got me into gaming, and then my mom carried that forward, they were playing Sega Master System in a room, and I opened the door when I was maybe 5, and I remember the light shining, and my Oma and Opa just playing Wonder Boy, and my Opa laughing his head off at Oma, who was horrible at the game, but they kept playing it, and they just had a blast. Keep in mind they're Dutch, so I don't know if they were or something or other, but looking back, I think that they were having a lot of fun. I don't remember a lot of snacks around there, but they were having a lot of fun. And I remember as a kid just seeing that, and it changed my life. Completely changed my life. And everybody has this story. You're sitting here great, you saw a video game, it changed your life. Well, this is my story, and I'm sharing it with you. Everybody has that moment when they're a kid and they see something for the first time. I've had it with movies, like with E.T., and I've had it with video games, and that's the moment for me. Once I saw what that was, and I saw that I controlled the character on the screen, that was the end of it. That was the end of it for everything. I mean, I just changed completely. And I owe all of this, basically, to my Oma and Opa and my mother, who carried this tradition on after that with Super Nintendo and all those other systems, but that's not what I wanted to talk about. I want to talk about why I own this. My Opa and Oma would always invite me up over the years, and eventually I got Link to the Past with the Super Nintendo. And obviously that game was something else. That was something that, as a young boy, made me realize that you could do things in life, not just play video games. You could create worlds in a video game, and you could have artists that had to do that. And I started to realize, these things didn't just fucking fall from the sky. People were making them. And I realized that it wasn't just about me and the game, because I would go to my Oma and Opa's house with this Super Nintendo and play Link to the Past 10 hours at a time. And she would just bring me food and candy, and my Opa would just sit back and watch me. And the reason I had to own this thing was because recently my Opa passed away. And there was one moment I will never forget, going through the Lost Woods and essentially seeing this. Just seeing this. And getting that Master Sword and being a kid, but turning around and looking at my Opa at the time. And what an accomplishment in that game. You get the Master Sword. The look on his face, it wasn't just, oh, there's, my grandson's playing a game, how cute. he was invested in it. He was like, that is awesome. That was cool. You know, he didn't, and it wasn't even a spoken thing. It was just, it happened. I look back and it was like, that's the sword. I remember saying, that's the sword from the box, or that's the sword. And he was so impressed by that. And that's one reason why the game means so much to me, is because he watched me play it. He sat back and just watched. And that's how much he loved me. He just sat there and watched me play the game. And it wasn't about the game. It was about the moments that we shared. And the moment that I saw that this was coming out, and yeah, fine, I'm putting emotions into it. I mean, the sword itself is rusted here and it's damaged. The Master Sword is damaged. It's old. It's been sitting here for 100 years in game lore. And when I saw this, and I thought, yeah, I have to own this thing. I have to own this for symbolic reasons, because the sword itself is old, it's withered, it's damaged, and it kind of is like my life. My Oppa passed away. He's not here to see this. So that's why I own it. That's why I opened it. That's why I'll never sell it. And I just wanted to share this moment with you. So until next time, guys.